Pancho, Panchito, tú eres mi amorcito. Ay, Pancho, Panchito, tú eres mi amorcito. Ay, Pancho, ay, Pancho.
Warning, the following videos aren't intended to hurt and or bully anyone. It's solely my job in salvation to report on what's going on with the YouTube community and give my opinion because my opinion matters. Sorry about that. Weenie Hut Jr. discretion is advised.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Pancho back at it again with another banger of a video. Today we're going to be reacting to Cole right here because if you guys didn't know, Catherine actually brought him up yesterday in the interview. She said that the orgy allegedly that happened in the yacht was true. That's what the interviewer asked, but this young man said that's not how the story goes. I really don't remember this video because I don't remember watching this video, TBH. So we're going to watch it right now and see exactly the claims and accusations that were made. So somebody from Austin's team texted something here. I think it's in your best interest if you told Cole to stop. If he perceives you're looking at some serious consequences. I'm actually a friend of yours, just trying to help you. Be smart, girl. Wait, what? Who is this? You're already involved. Just because he didn't mention your name, it doesn't matter. You gave him the information that he knows, whether it's true or false.
I'll put the screenshot right here. Basically, saying that we should be careful and shouldn't go any farther than what we're already doing to avoid legal action. And I proceeded to tell her, they're just trying to scare you. I just went through this exact same thing, so I'm not scared. I also didn't sign an NDA, and I also don't tolerate the shit that has happened to my friend. So with that being said, I told her to ignore that message because what needs to be said is going to be said regardless, and if I need to say it, I'll do it, because I didn't sign an NDA, come arrest me. So after that tweet, Keemstar, aka Drama Alert, reached out to me through DM saying to give him a call whenever I could. So I called him and he basically asked me what was going on, what happened, why I tweeted that, and the story behind it. I basically gave him a small rundown of what happened, and he proceeded to ask me if he could reach out to my friend that it happened to and get her to speak so he could put a video together. He was asking me all sorts of questions, so I knew that he was already recording me to probably add to his video. So after we hung up, I talked to her and I just told her really how much she would...
Yo, whatever happened to Keemstar though? I ain't even gonna lie, bro. What happened to Keemstar, dude? Like, I'm kind of a descendant of Keemstar. I just don't have the crazy beard yet, and I'm not as lethal and disrespectful as Keemstar. But you gotta admit, Keemstar was one of the OG for the white folks that pioneered all this, bruh. If y'all know about Keemstar, y'all know how lethal he was back in the day. But I haven't seen him done like drama in a minute. Like, I'm kind of like his son, but for the Latinos, and less of a loser. No disrespect. Let's continue.
Be helping other girls, and not only herself and getting justice for herself, but helping other people in the future from this happening. I kind of convinced her to talk to him. Whenever I did, he kind of went ghost, and at this point I just thought that maybe he had gotten everything that he needed. So in the morning, everything would be cleared and the truth would be out and we wouldn't have to deal with this anymore. So we kind of just stayed low because we saw a bunch of tweets about people already knowing that he was uploading a video the next day about the situation. So we kind of were just like not worried, and we were just going to kind of let it unfold that way so we didn't have to insert ourselves where it wasn't needed. The next day came and he didn't tweet anything, he didn't upload anything. So I texted him saying, how much did they pay you to keep quiet? And he responded with this, and I was completely shocked. I immediately called my friend and told him he responded.
So how much did they pay you to not make a video? 500K. Okay, obviously Keemstar's lying, bro. Bro, that's something I would say. Ain't nobody pay Keemstar 500K to not make the video, dude. Chill out, dude.
Responded with this, and I was completely shocked. I immediately called my friend and told her that he was paid off $500,000 to keep quiet about the situation and that I needed to come forward. Obviously, she was really hesitant about this because that would lead to more information about her being put out there. If she didn't want to do this, she didn't have to, and I wanted to make her feel as comfortable as possible, but she agreed that the truth needed to come out, and if this happened before, Austin will do it again. Side note, the reason why I am filming this for my friends is because just like every other girl that this has happened to, they're afraid to come forward. And I would be too if I was a victim in this type of situation. It can be really scary dealing with somebody with such power. And I think that's the main reason why a lot of people haven't come forward, because they're afraid of...
It's been 5 minutes and I still don't know what they're coming forward for. Come on, Cole, get it together. What the fuck? It's been 5 minutes. What are they coming forward about, dude?
Of not being heard, or getting shut down, or even getting a lawsuit in the mail, because that's the type of person that Austin is. And if you signed an illegal
Hold on, I think it's getting up.
That's definitely something that he would pursue in. But from my personal experience with Team 10 and NDAs and contracts and getting sued, when it comes to my friend's wishes, because she is too ashamed and embarrassed that she doesn't want to show her face and admit that on camera to millions of people to see. And that's why I'm here to do that for her, because there is no way that I can move on knowing that this shit is happening behind closed doors with a father of 2. It's just, it blows my mind. With that being said, I'm just not going to hold back at all. My friend sent me every screenshot and receipt that I need.
Here we go. Here we go.
In your hands to decide what you want to do with that. One of my friends was texting back and forth with Austin about their trip to Miami and what girls that she should bring with her for him. I'm going to put up the screenshots right here.
Okay, so allegedly it's Austin. Boom. How about her? Send me one more pic. Her on private. So basically, Austin right now, allegedly, according to these screenshots, is just scouting out the girls. Maybe for one of his homeboys. He has to do a quick little scout out. Make sure his lineup is good, allegedly.
Of her sending pictures of the girl to Austin and him replying with that. Here's another one. Here is another one. So after the girls were approved, I guess, after he swiped right and left like this is Tinder, here is the next message of them talking about the address and if...
Okay, so far there's nothing too bad yet.
She had packed, yada yada yada, talking about the private jet. So now I'm going to also insert a screenshot between my friend and Austin's assistant of her saying that they are here and a link for the yacht that they were on. And then here's also a screenshot of the link that was sent so you guys know it was for a yacht. Okay, so now fast forward 2 days later, June 22nd, when they are on the yacht, whatever, everybody's drinking, having a good time. I'm also gonna insert a picture right here of Austin and his dad together at Live the night before this happened, so you guys have proof that the dad was there.
Damn, dude. Why is the papi all ripped, dude? Is he natural? Bro, I've never seen Austin's dad, bro. Is that dude natural? Why are the veins all veining out, dude? He has to be on something rather than nothing. I believe he's on something. Or is that natural? Damn, bro. Oh, mamalon. But basically, Cole is saying that here is pictures that allegedly they were together. You can see Austin right there being a DJ. And then you can see the papi.
Live the night before this happened, so you guys have proof that the dad was there on the trip. After they all had been drinking, my 2 friends went back to their room to go change because the sun was setting. And that's when Austin, the security guard, the father, and 2 other guys came into their room. Obviously, I don't have recordings that went down in the room, but my friend told me that she repeatedly said no multiple times, over and over and over, to the point where she started crying, begging them to stop. That's when they forced themselves in her, and I will insert the photos of the blood all over the bed sheets in the hotel room.
Hold on. What you're not gonna do, you ain't gonna insert no type of sangre on my life. The flag and doing wrong with you, dude. Hold on, I just gotta make sure he don't insert nothing of that sort of nature here. You ain't gonna put no type of calzones cagados here. Hold on, dude.
Right here.
Okay,
obviously, they're fucking traumatized, so they hide out in their room for hours. This screenshot is going to be one of Austin McBroom's friends texting them 3 times within a 3-hour period on June 22nd, right after they raped her, saying, "What up?" Then they didn't reply because they're obviously traumatized. And then 2 more texts saying, "Did you die? Are you dead?" I'm also going to insert this screenshot right here of my friend texting her ex-boyfriend that lived in Miami, saying that they were in a bad situation and needed help because her friend got...
Damn, bruh.
Obviously, since I wasn't there and I know how you guys can be on the internet with every little detail, I'm literally just going to call my friend because, like I said, she did not want to be seen or come...
Remember, these are accusations. This is all allegedly. My question is, because when it comes to like serious topics like this, you know what I'm saying? This is not no joke, stuff like that. But my question is, though, chat, did they ever file like legal charges? Or they didn't pursue any legal charges? Because I haven't heard any legal charges done from this for this situation, right?
Forward in anything. So I'm literally going to call her right now so she can give you guys in more depth and detail of what happened that day.
So on June 22nd, we woke up and we started getting ready for the boat and jet skis that day. We went on the jet skis for a little and then we ended up going on the boat and drinking a lot. So
somebody said no because she signed a DNA and was afraid. Apparently they got paid off. They paid Cole, so I'm sure they paid the victim too. Damn, I don't really know, but like I said, NDAs don't really help you out when if it's like, if you can prove, you know what I'm saying, like the accusations, an NDA can only help you out so much, you know what I'm saying, like, so don't, if you guys ever sign an NDA, just know, like, if they're doing illegal activities, that NDA ain't gonna do nothing.
After the boat, we docked up back at the rental house that we were all staying at. And then everyone went in their rooms to shower and change. So that's what me and my friend did. We went into our room. And mind you, me and my friend are pretty drunk. Not to the point where we can't remember anything. But so we start taking our bathing suits off. And we turn the shower on. And we're both naked. And all of a sudden, I hear the door open, and it's Austin McBroom. And he's just like, "Oh, hey, like, what are you guys doing?" You know, like, just being really flirty. And then he, like, comes and starts, like, rubbing on my arm and then just talking to us. And then before I know it, one of his, like, basketball player friends comes in the room, too, and is, like, trying to do the same thing, touching us. As we're naked, we're literally naked, and, you know, we're not, like, pushing them off, because we're so drunk, we're really not even capable of, like, pushing them off of us. But the next thing I remember is, unfortunately, being on the bed, and his NBA player friend was... The next thing I remember is looking up, and Austin's dad, Alan, is there, and I am seeing him unbuckle his pants, pull down his pants, and pull out his penis in front of my face, basically wanting me to suck his penis. I remember that I did not, because Austin's security guard ended up walking in after the dad walked in, and at that point, I remember just getting up from the bed and walking into the bathroom to see what was up to. And all of a sudden, I hear her yelling no and screaming and crying. And all of the guys start rushing out of the room because my friend is literally hysterical, crying, sobbing, and she's just sitting in the shower. And then after that, we just got in bed and we were just crying for the rest of the night. We didn't come out of our room for hours. We were disgusted, ashamed. Like, we were in the dark the rest of the night. We couldn't even get up. So when I finally got up to turn on the lights, I realized that there was blood all over the bed. And neither of us had our periods, so we knew it wasn't from that. It was because they forced it into my friend.
I remember when she was in the shower, because that's when she's called me.
Damn, bro. Now remember, this is all allegedly, right? This is all allegedly. So allegedly, now, the interviewer, when she asked Catherine, she said, was the orgy, whatever they called it, did that happen? Catherine's claiming she said yes. So Catherine said yes. But Cole did come out yesterday to reiterate that it wasn't an orgy. It was more like one-on-one. They were trying to get the with these girls forcefully, allegedly. And the girls didn't want, the girls were like drunk or something, but they still said no, they didn't want to. Then Cole mentions the papi of Austin, walks in and takes off his belt, and he tried to get the as well. Now these are allegations as stated, but that's crazy. That's insane, you know what I'm saying? If this is true, right? Because I wasn't there. I don't know if they went the police route. Some people here are commenting saying they got paid off. I don't know, but that is something serious, you know?
Me hysterically crying and explained to me what happened with.
So after that, we just did not come out of our rooms for the rest of the night, not even the next morning until we had our flights booked by his assistant again. And we packed our bags. We said goodbye to all of them. It was the awkwardest experience I've ever had because they know what happened the night prior was wrong. So it was just a really awkward goodbye, and then we just rushed out and we left.
Alright, well, I love you. I'll call you after I'm done filming this, but thank you for explaining to me what happened again. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Damn. Okay, chat. So that's the end. I'm gonna play what he posted yesterday. So there's an updated statement that was posted yesterday. But what do you guys think about this whole situation right now? What you guys just saw the whole video. You guys just saw what was said. What do you guys think about that? Now let's see what was said here. This was posted 20 hours ago by the same person.
Male makeup artist makes this video on YouTube talking about my husband and how he was in Miami and there were girls and there was this boat. And
did you ever get confirmation if the infamous yacht orgy happened?
Yes, I actually did.
Hey, it's me, the blonde.
But that's crazy though. Catherine basically just threw Austin under the bus, right? And I'm not saying under the bus. If he did that, then he deserves, you know what I'm saying, the consequences. But Catherine literally just said yes. Like she knows something that must have occurred there. Because she said yes. Unless she was just trying to make Austin look bad. But let's see what Cole has to say.
Artist who has a name, by the way, that's Cole Kerrigan. They said no free clout over here. Now that I woke up to hundreds of tags and a bunch of clips of Catherine, I guess, finally admitting to it all being true and that I never actually lied in the first place about what happened in Miami during the yacht incident. I'm seeing so many comments of people having absolutely no clue what the yacht incident is. And quickly, before I get into what I'm about to say, I have no idea what postpartum depression could feel like, or even imagining the thought of your husband cheating or doing even worse, graping two of my friends with his father while you're pregnant with this child and already have like 2 kids with him. I also don't want to hear shit about anyone saying, oh, stay in your lane, mind your own business, this is her story to tell, which is absolutely true. But I do have a part in it because Catherine even says in her own words when she's talking about that story that was the first time, the first real indicator that Austin could have possibly been cheating or even worse. So really, you're welcome for that. Really happy for her and grateful that she escaped that psychopath. But it's really hard for me to find sympathy for her when she handled that whole situation, saw the hard proof evidence, made a public statement with Austin, calling me a pathological liar, mocking me, my friends, and calling us clout-chasing liars, laughing in our faces. And I had to go to almost 2 years of therapy due to the hundreds, thousands of hate, death threats that I got in my inbox for years about lying about grape accusations. And that's something I don't fucking play with. That's why the second my friends called me after they locked themselves in the bathroom, hysterically bawling their eyes out, hiding from her ex-husband, his dad, and their bodyguard, I knew from that moment I was going to tell their story on my platform because I had the voice to do it and they didn't. And I almost forgot, for those of you thinking that this is just like word to mouth, the accusations, it's not. I'm so tired of seeing these viral clips titled, Catherine admits to the Miami orgy. It was not an orgy. There was no consent anywhere near that boat. I'm not gonna repost the old video because I don't want that graphic ass shit on my page. It'll be taken down. Y'all can go watch the re-uploaded video on someone else's channel on YouTube. Type in my name and the truth about the Ace family. There's picture proof. I have the friend on the phone with me in the video. Like, it's concrete evidence. It's not assumption. It's not word to mouth. It's not, oh my gosh, that means it's true. He was really in Miami. He cheated. No, he didn't cheat. Him and his dad and their bodyguard locked my friends in a...
My thing is, though, chat, allegedly you guys are saying that he got paid off or he took money to stay quiet or something like that. Like, why would you stay quiet, though? My thing is, like, if they're your friends, you feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. I wouldn't have taken no type of money from a freak. You know? That's like Diddy saying, here's a few bucks. Shh, 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 shh. Let's see what this person said. If you don't have sympathy for a woman who was pregnant and postpartum taking care of 2 children while her husband was out cheating on her, think your situation is going to get sympathy it deserves? Readjust your delivery. Then he said right here, people are clearly not watching the whole video. How many times do I have to say this about Austin's cheating on her? It's about him SAing my friend with his father and she defending it and calling us liar when she admits in the podcast it was true. Like, what? So, Austin did have a response, and then we'll go ahead and put Shyla's after.
That Austin McBroom responded to Dolores the Mermaid and all her accusations.
I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for my response to the podcast. And if I'm being honest, I was very close at giving you guys exactly what you wanted. I was getting ready to drop an atomic bomb. You know my little ass ran to Snapchat.
Damn! 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 4 minutes. Damn, drop it like it's hot, Austin. Who cares about the backlash, my brother? You deliver that cheeseman to the community.
I even went as far as getting dressed up and even buying the pink.
Bro, Austin's little walk, bro. Bro, something about Austin, bro. He's always gonna be a goofy. And he was dressed in white just like her. Dude, this guy's... Oh my gosh. Chat, we have 3,000 people watching us. Can all you guys follow me really quick, just briefly on Twitch? Pancho does it better. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to follow the host, which is me. It helps me out. Let's continue, though.
But I realized that there is nothing in this world. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. There was nothing in this world that is worth something affecting my kids. And you guys don't be better than anybody. When it comes to my kids, I'm going to pick them first every time. And so I realized in order for this shit to stop, the best thing for me to do is not respond. Because you guys see what's going on. It would just continue and it would affect my kids. And my kids don't deserve it. Elle called me this morning before school and she asked me to come over to her mom's house so we can open up all of her birthday gifts together as a family. And obviously, I was unable to do that. That shit broke my heart, and Elle doesn't deserve it. I just want to say that I take full accountability on how we got here today.
Now, did you...
Oh, brother.